If you've ever wanted tips on how to lie better, we think we may have a solution for you. Usually, honesty is the best policy, unless you're really in a jam, or you're trying to get away with murder, or you're bored, right?
Yes.
No.
Like all three of those. Can you be all three of those things at the same time? Trying to get away from murder, which would be the jam, right?
Yeah.
And you are trying to get away from
And I'm
murder
also bored.
because you were bored.
Yeah, for sure. No.
Bored murder.
A California State University found that it seems that people with full bladders are better at lying. Now, I want to point out that this was a rather small study group, only 22 students in the sample. So I'm not going to say, you know, this is a scientific study and it's so ironclad. It's not ironclad, much like mini bladders. So the way this works is that students were told they were quizzed on how they feel about certain social and moral issues. Afterward, part of the group drank 50 milliliters of water, and the other part of the group drank 700 milliliters of water. 45 minutes later, they were told to explain their feelings on the issues again, but lie about two of them. The ones that had a pretty full bladder performed better. And I can see how this could possibly work. I mean, my hypothesis would be, it's because they're thinking more about their discomfort, that they're not really stressed about whatever lie they're telling. Of course, you know, lie detector tests, again, also aren't ironclad. So this is maybe this is a thing.
My biggest question is, where did this even, like, why are they just like, hey, you know what? I bet having to urinate makes you a better liar. Let's
I think it's
test
more
that.
like if you're focused on something else.
So do you think that the hypothesis was, if you're focused on something else, does that make you a better liar? Or do you think
that's my hypothesis.
So my question is, who the fuck came up with this? Like, who was just like, hey, let's put money and time and effort into seeing if you are a better liar when you have to pee? Like, is this some dude who's like cheating on his wife and he's trying to get away with
control. It? Research leader Iris Blandon-Gitlin says that impulse control and bladder control have a surprising amount of neurological overlap. She said they're subjectively different, but in the brain, they're not. They're not domain specific. When you activate the inhibitory control network in one domain, the benefits spill over to other tasks. That's different than my hypothesis, which was distraction. I mean, that's based on my other non-scientific study of, you know, how to get rid of hiccups, which is focus on something else, get scared, you know.
I just asked someone to hit me.
Yeah? Does it work? Do they hit you like in the face?
No, in the stomach.
Okay, that's still scary.
I'm just kidding.
I would get scared.
I eat a spoonful of sugar. That's my... It works every time.
So sweet.
It works every time.
I think, you know, a lot of this is just trickery.
Probably so.
But according to the research leaders, this is more of a neurological overlap,
So
which
what they're
sounds
saying,
much more solid than my idea.
Are they saying that the nerves are so close to each other that they kind of overlap, so when you have to pee, like that has something to do with impulse control?
There, yeah. So impulse control and bladder control are interlocked according to the research on this particular project. So that's an interesting way of maybe getting a lie across in the future, maybe, audience. I'm sorry that I'm teaching you bad habits, including how to lie better. But you know what? I'm not your mom. Do what you want.
Yeah, do what you want.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want to start telling lies, maybe you might consider drinking a large bottle of water. Whether you believe this hypothesis or the sample size or not, or anecdotal advice as well, it's up to debate. Let us know below in the comments what you think and how this could possibly work, and if you've done it. And please subscribe for more.